It's unforgivable for audience members to fall asleep during Broadway shows, but what about the actors? During his Wednesday visit to the Kelly Clarkson show, stage and screen performer Jon Cryer told the hilarious but mildly harrowing story of his very first Broadway gig. Basically, he went a little method. Since his character was supposed to fall asleep, Cryer took an onstage nap. "I fancy myself a very professional actor," Cryer begins. But apparently that's not true. As he recalls it, his role in the 1983 Broadway production of Neil Simon's Brighton Beach Memoirs included a scene where his character went upstairs and fell asleep. While Clarkson listened with rapt attention, he said, "You have not experienced terror until you've realized that you fell asleep during the Broadway show you're starring in." Thankfully, Cryer's co-star Patrick Breen came to his rescue. "I remember just laying there, and he was sleeping across from me," Cryer said. "But he is a better actor who fakes it, apparently. And I remember just the look on his face going, 'Jon, Jon, Jon.' And his eyes got all huge, and then I was like, I wonder what his problem is." Once he came to his senses, Cryer says, "The adrenaline shot of all time went through my body because I realized I had fallen asleep during the play. Luckily, rehearsals really do pay off." Cryer said that muscle memory kicked in, and he was able to deliver his monologue without further disaster. But wait, there's more. Clarkson then prompts Cryer to tell the story of why he was eventually fired from the production, which actually had nothing to do with his on-stage nap. "I was Matthew Broderick's understudy for a long time." "Well, not for that long, because they fired me," the actor joked. The show marked Cryer's very first gig at just 18 years old, but for Broderick, Brighton Beach Memoirs was a pivotal role. He was the lead in the show. It was his breakout role. He won the Tony for it, Cryer recalled. "So I was terrified. And they fired me right after he won the Tony, I think because they wanted somebody that people had heard of in the show taking over for him, as opposed to me." Ultimately, it served as a formative experience for him as a young performer, with family and friends rallying around him. "This happens to actors all the time," he pointed out. "And how you react to it really shows who you are," Clarkson finished. "Yes," Cryer agreed, then joked, "and I did the most constructive thing, which was to vow revenge." Cryer later landed his own breakthrough role as Phil Ducky Dale in the John Hughes classic Pretty in Pink. He found further success in films and TV, including his eventual role as Alan Harper in 2.5 Men. He would return to the stage in Carnal Knowledge, the 1990 play based off the Mike Nichols film of the same name.